Something about you has become very clear to people now, and it's not what they originally thought. Okay? So, this reading is going to be about what people are finally realizing about you. So, just take what resonates and leave what doesn't. This is going to be a collective reading, okay? So, Spirit, what are people finally realizing about the collective? What people are finally realizing about the collective? What people are finally realizing about the collective? What people are finally realizing about the collective? We have the Eight of Swords. There's something about anxiety, fear, reoccurring thoughts. Whatever people are finally realizing about you are hitting them like straight to their core. Okay? The realization is creating a lot of mental anguish in these people because they're realizing that you were a lot more aware, you were a lot more in tune they give you credit for. So that's why they're in the Eight of Swords. Like, they're stressed out because they're realizing that you saw right through them from the jump, and that you were just like probably not necessarily going along, but you were observing people more than you let on. Okay, so what are people finally realizing about you? Yeah, I see, I can't make it up. Page of Swords. Yeah, you were observing them, watching them, paying close attention. You have great pattern recognition. That's what people are finally realizing about you. So that's why they are in the Eight of Swords. Okay, that's not your energy, that's people's energy after they realize that you were clocking them the whole time. What are people finally realizing about you? What are they finding? Ooh, we have the Two of Cups, that you are in alignment. Some people are finally realizing that you were the one, especially past lovers or friends. Like, you were very much in tune, in alignment with them. You had a lot to offer, but these people didn't have the capacity to see your worth at that time. So just, I know it's easier said than done to forgive them, but forgive them for you. Don't forgive them for them. Like, you know, like, they're not going to say sorry, right? They're still going to be in that energy where they act like they don't know what they did, or they're going to deny what they did. But for you, you need to heal that. You need to forgive these people for yourself, because they even if they didn't know, or they knew what they were doing and they chose to act the way that they did, to choose to act, it has nothing to do with you and your worth. Okay, so what people are finally realizing about you? Wow, we have the Devil. You could be a Capricorn here. You could be addictive. People could find you addictive with the Devil, or they could be obsessed with you. You have a strong presence. You're powerful. You're resilient. Okay, you're a natural born leader. People are finally realizing this about you. We have the Six of Cups, that you're a genuine individual with the Six of Cups. And that's what people are finally realizing about you. Some people didn't want to give you the love and the care that you so much that you desired. Okay, you may have had people that withheld love from you, or like they may have treated you in certain way where it was disrespectful, it was uncalled for. You do have a lot of people from your past that do regret the way that they treated you, and they know that they can't come back. They know that you're not going to be receptive to them anymore. Okay, with the Six of Cups, there's a lot of people that miss you, but they're realizing that you were genuine, because now they're looking for you in others. Those are the same people that are looking for the love that you give in others, and they're not receiving it. What people are finally realizing about you? Wow, that you're independent, that you're self-sufficient. You could stand on your own 2 feet. You don't need support. You don't need people to help you level up. You could do it on your own with the Queen of Pentacles. You're someone who's self-made. Okay, this is what people are finally realizing about you. But you also give off wifey material. Okay, especially if you're a woman here. If you had with the Two of Cups, men that didn't value you at the time that they had access to you, they're realizing your worth now. Like I said, they're looking for you in others and they cannot find you. They find like fragments of you, but not the full scope of you with the Queen of Pentacles. And this is what people are finally realizing about you. And for friendship, what people are finally realizing about you is that you were the stable friend, you were the loyal friend, you were the friend that was always around, like you were available to them, like you were going above and beyond for them. Now those same past friends are looking back at what they had with you, the relationship that they had with you, and what they took for granted. And a lot of them are in shambles now. A lot of them are in sorrow or sadness because now they're realizing that they fumbled you. Like they could have had something amazing with you. They could have, like, you know, built something, a friendship, you know, a business together. They saw you as someone that they could have leveled up, but they didn't take the chance at that time that they had access to you, and they neglected the friendship. They let that friendship dissolve. And a lot of them, they want to you know, bridge that bond again, but they can't. They know that you're no longer available to them. What people are finally realizing about you, what are people finally, yeah, Ace of Swords, that you are the truth, that you bring a lot of clarity, okay? You operate in honesty and integrity. That's what people are finally realizing about you. Like there was never any malice in your heart. So if somebody may have tried to project malice onto you, so make it seem like you had ulterior motive, it was their intentions, it was their own projection. They're the one who had ulterior motive, they're the one who had malice, and they were just projecting onto you. What people are finally realizing about, ooh, what? King of Pentacles. So with the King of Pentacles energy and the Two of Cups, Queen of Pentacles, yeah, people are finally realizing that they should have married you. Someone from your past is definitely hell-bent on the fact that they should have married you. They're like maybe crying or confessing to family members. I'm getting like somebody confessing to their family members, like, yo, I let her go, or I let him go. I should have like married him, or I should have taken him seriously, or I should have taken her seriously. I should have married her when I had the chance. Now it's like you have this ex or exes. Some of you could have multiple exes that are like, they want to get married now, right now, like they're serious about marriage now, right? And now they're looking for someone like you. That's what they're finally realizing, that they had the wife that they were looking for. They had her, or they had like the husband all along, and they let you go. What people are finally realizing about you, yeah, Ten of Swords. Oof, that they betrayed you. They harmed you with the Ten of Swords. They were harmful towards you, and you were nothing but a sweetheart towards these people, whether friends, family, lovers. Like now that you're absent, now that you're no longer around for them to, you know, feed off of, like energetically, or have access to, or talk to, or just be around, they're realizing your value, and they're realizing how harmful that they've been towards you. What are people finally realizing about you? Yeah, they misjudged you. Like, I feel like also with the Page of Swords, you were never really vocal about what you've seen, what you've noticed, the patterns. You were just paying attention, and then maybe you were acting like indifferent, or like you were playing the fool, right? You were playing the fool, like acting like you didn't know what was going on, but you clocked all these people, their patterns, their intention. Like you see them for who they are. And these people, they actually thought that you were not seeing them. They actually thought that you were like really foolish, and you were clocking them the whole time. That's why they're in the Eight of Swords. So what people are finally realizing about you, we have the King of Swords. Yeah, that you're highly intelligent. You're extremely observant. Like you are really good at recognizing patterns in others, and recognizing, like, you know, holes in people's stories, inconsistencies. You have the ability to see these things. And these people, they really thought that you were not, like, you were not aware. But with the King of Swords, now they're realizing that you were a lot more like receptive and perceptive than they gave you credit for. What people are finally realizing, ooh, you have the star, Aquarius energy, that you are original, that you are authentic, like your energy cannot be duplicated. That's what they're finally realizing about you, like this authenticity that you generate, that this, you know, innovative energy, that uniqueness about you. That's why when they try to replicate the experience, or they try to replicate the relationship that they had with you, with others, it doesn't fit. It doesn't like hit the way that it hit with you. That's what people are finally realizing about you. What are people finally realizing? Yeah, you're the Tower. Like, this is unpredictable energy, but it's also a powerful realization, just like the reading, that you were the person that was sent to help them, especially in friendship, or the person that they were praying for. So, like, you know, when someone is like praying for a characteristic that they want in a partner, you fit that mold, you fit that characteristic, you fit that personality. And they're realizing this now with the Tower. And that's why you have like exes, or a specific ex that is crying to their family. They're literally telling their family that, like, I messed up, I lost the love of my life. Somebody is saying that they lost you, and you were the love of their life. And at the time that you were around, they didn't appreciate you because they didn't see your value then. Like, they didn't see what you brought to the table until you removed yourself from the equation. And some of you have more than one person that has realized this about you, and it's like too late. What people have finally realized about you, we have the High Priestess, that yeah, that you're very receptive, you're highly intuitive, you're psychic. Some of them, they're kind of scared of you because of that, because you may have called out something or picked up on an energy or something that they did, and then they try to gaslight you to make you feel like, no, that's not what happened, that's not what I did. Like, you know, they're trying to make it seem like, you know, you're crazy, but they know. Okay, what do people have finally realized about you? We have the Four of Pentacles. Yeah, that you're protecting your energy because you saw something in them. You saw the truth with the High Priestess, and you cannot unsee it. Someone was like hell-bent on trying to make it seem like you're crazy, that you're not picking up on things, or that you're not psychic, but you are. Okay, so what people have finally realizing about you? Ooh, I can't make it up, that you're their wish fulfillment. I'm telling you, you have exes from your past. Some of you could still be single now, and then you're maybe like reminiscing about your past and all the heartbreaks that you've gone through, all of the disappointment. Just know that it, like, these people are feeling it worse than you are. I'm not saying like try to minimize your pain, but they have to deal with the pain of causing you pain, and also with the fact that they've lost you forever. So like, you're only dealing with the pain of like what they did to you, but you don't feel like the pain of losing them, because they were not even worth it to you. Like, they were not treating you right. So you don't feel the pain of like losing this person, because they were not somebody worth keeping. But on the other end, they are sad and they are heartbroken over the fact their behavior towards you, and the fact that they lost you. So it's like a double whammy for them. Okay, so I'm not, like I said, I'm not trying to minimize your pain, because I know like heartbreak is not something that is easy to handle, and it's something that is extremely painful, right? It's not something, like I said, it's not easy, right? So, but I'm just saying, with the Nine of Cups, these people, oh, trust me, they're feeling it now. Like, you're feeling it, but they're feeling it tenfold. Okay, so what people are finally realizing about you? Six of Cups. You see, a lot of people miss you. They miss your energy, they miss your vibe. It's like they're finally like admitting that you held a high place in their heart, with the Six of Cups here twice. They're finally admitting that. They're realizing that what you gave is one of a kind. It's unique. It can be replicated, and you're rare. That's what people are finally realizing about you, that you're rare. With the Six of Cups, you're rare. Like, in this world of people, phonies, fakes, stuff that we see in social media, people getting unalived by friends, you know, people are realizing that you were that one true friend. Like, now it's like, I'll give you an example. You may have somebody from your past who did you dirty, a friend that did you dirty, because we have the Ten of Swords. So for sure, people have done you dirty, right? They harmed you. So what I'm getting here is with the Six of Cups, you may have a friend, a past friend that is going through something right now, and they want to pick up the phone and call you, and they're realizing that they can't. You're the first person that they want to call right now because they know you could help them, but they can't. They know they can't. Now they're stuck in that situation. They're going to have to deal with it on their own. And that's why it's like a double whammy, because now they have to think about, I'm stuck in a situation and the only person that could actually help me is someone that I've destroyed, is someone that I betrayed. So now they have to deal with what they're going through right now, plus the betrayal of what they did to you and the pain. It's like a lot going on for them. So what are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. Yeah, that you're stronger than they gave you credit for, that you're powerful, that you're influential. They're realizing how much influence that you actually had in the connection. Like they may have, like I said, they may have thought that, you know, they could replace you easily, and that the value that you brought wasn't as much. But then now they're realizing, like, you know, your value was something that was invisible. It wasn't something that tangible, like not like money, right? It was your emotional intelligence. It was your wisdom. Certain things that can't be duplicated. That is what they're realizing that you brought to the table. It's all invisible. Wisdom is not something that you could grab, right? You can't grab wisdom. It's something that someone possesses within them, that you cannot steal from them. Even if you take their money, you cannot steal their wisdom. And that's one thing that they're seeing, that like the valuable things that you possess, that you brought to the table. So what people are finally realizing about you, Four of Pentacles. Wow. Grounded energy. You were an anchor in people's lives with the Four of Pentacles. You kept things afloat. You kept things grounded. So let's say, for instance, some of you may have dated people that were financially irresponsible, financial leeches, people that were like just gambling with their money, or gambling with your money, or dependent on you for money. And then when they got back on their feet, they dismissed you, right? And then some of you afterwards, like they thought, like, you know, after they used you and, you know, got on their feet, because you were the foundation, they thought like you were the one who was supporting them. So they thought that their shit, wow, their ish though, they didn't stink, okay? Like they thought that they were that guy or that girl because they were living off of you. They were building off of you. So they thought that they were building off of their own foundation by building on your head. But they didn't realize that once they removed themselves from the actual foundation, which was you, that their ish was going to crumble. And that's exactly what happened. You know, they left you, they went on their own because they didn't have the stability within themselves. They couldn't sustain it without you. So they're realizing after like maybe a year or two, when their life starts going in shambles, they can't save money, they're realizing like, damn, it was like collective. It was them. They were the reason why I was succeeding. They were the reason why I was leveling up. It wasn't because of me. It wasn't because of something I had. It was them. They're realizing this. What are people finally realizing about you? Yeah, Seven of Cups. They had you effed up. There were so many layers to you. Okay, they didn't see the reality of you. What are people finally realizing about you? Ooh, the Ten of Wands. That you carried like a heavy load, that they were actually burdening you. Like they were the reason why your life wasn't progressing. Like while they were progressing, while they were in your life, they were realizing that they were the reason why your life wasn't progressing with the Ten of Wands, that they were creating the burdens for you. What are people finally realizing about you? Just one card, please, Spirit. Wow, Five of Cups. That they were the disappointment. They're heartbroken. I'm telling you, these people are heartbroken over what they did to you, how they treated you. They're realizing that you were a beautiful person inside and out, and that you didn't deserve the way that you were being treated. A lot of them, but this is something that they will never say out loud though. If you are expecting these people to apologize to you, to confess their wrongdoing, they're not going to do that. So like, don't wait for that apology. It's not gonna come. They're not gonna do it. They're too prideful to do this. They're not honest with themselves. These are like realizations, especially if like they're smokers. Like if they smoke a lot of weed and stuff like that, they're like getting downloads when they're smoking from spirit, and it's hitting them even harder while they're high. So don't worry about it. They're getting their karma. They're getting their butt whooped by spirit when they're like going through it. Okay, so don't worry too much about that. Just worry about like you healing yourself, you healing your heart. Okay, especially if they get like when they are intoxicated, that's when it hits them even more, because when you are intoxicated, whether you're smoking, doing drugs or whatever, you're more susceptible to spiritual attacks, you're more susceptible to entity attachment, but you're also susceptible to downloads as well. This is like a form of way to open up your channel. But when you're high, your channel is open too widely and you don't really have that much control because you're high, right? So that's why it's not really good to as a spiritual individual to smoke or drink. It's not really good for us because of that. You know, you don't have a protection. Once you're high, you don't have that spiritual protection. Your barriers are open. So these people, they're getting their ass whooped like I wanted to say but see, it's coming out like I can't even filter it. Like they're getting it, man. I'm telling you. So don't worry too much about that with the Five of Cups. What are people finally realizing about you? Yeah, you see, Eight of Swords again. I'm telling you, these people are getting, I'm telling you, their mind, their guilt is eating at them. They're realizing like the anguish, the anxiety that they put you through, that you are very strong, mentally strong, because you were in the Eight of Swords at one point in time when you were with these people and you overcame it. Okay, what are people finally realizing about you? Yeah, that you're confident, that you're bold. Okay, you are a natural born leader. You are a self-starter. You are influential. This is one thing that they're realizing about you. And you have amazing work ethics. Look, Eight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. You're focused, you're determined, you're meticulous. This is one thing that they're realizing about you. And one thing they're also realizing is that they should have kept you in their corner. They shouldn't have dismissed you like they did, because they didn't see their value in you. It's like somebody has a diamond, right? And they throw that diamond away for a rock. And it's like, you know, a basic rock that you could find in the river. Like, are you serious? That's what I'm getting. Like, this is what they did. Okay? So that's all I have for the collective. I hope this reading resonated. If it did, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and I hope to see you in my next video. Bye.